Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining me every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, to share with your friends and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you always for your support. With your support, we have grown much larger and we have a very discerning audience whose comments we cherish. So first we start with the latest news is that incriminating documents and pictures have been found on Aryan Khan's phone. And it's all about further distribution of drugs, says the Narcotics Bureau. He's in remand and before the magistrate. So Jayadev, you can tell us the latest about what's happening to Aryan Khan.
Yeah, good evening to all the viewers once again. And it came as a shock, like on Sunday, when I heard the news that Shahrukh Khan's own son, Aryan Khan, has been finally arrested, by NCB. And that's, it's a big good news for all of us. Like, such a high profile superstar son is being, under like he's being arrested. So that's, great work done by NCB Chief Samir Wankade. Now, the latest update about Aryan Khan's arrest is that he has been sent to NCB's custody till October 7th. And actually, there's some interesting piece of news is that NCB sources revealed that Aryan Khan broke down during the interrogation and confessed to using drugs for these many years. So the drug bust on the cruise ship from where Aryan Khan and his friends were arrested by the NCB unearthed 13 grams of cocaine, 5 grams of MD, 21 gram of charas, and 22 pills of ecstasy plus rupees 1.33 lakhs of cash. Now, Aryan Khan being arrested is all about everybody across the country is talking about since yesterday. Now, Aryan Khan was snapped by NCB along with seven others on a Goa bound cruise ship off the Mumbai coast. Now, the raid was conducted by NCB Zonal Director Samir Wankade and his team, who went undercover on the cruise ship after a tip off. Now, so how did Aryan Khan and his friends exactly get nabbed? What gave them away? Now, sources revealed that the cruise staff made special arrangements for the VIP guests, including Aryan Khan and his close friend Arbaaz Merchant. The moment they came on board, which alerted the NCB officers, who then began a mandatory security check, which in turn made Aryan nervous and brought him under the suspicion of the officers on the scene. Both Aryan and Arbaaz were then subjected to thorough checks, after which drugs were found on their person and then they were detained for questioning. Now, meanwhile, reports have surfaced that Aryan Khan broke down during his interrogation by the officials and also confessed that he has been consumed various kinds of drugs for the past 4 years and used to even intake them while in UK, Dubai, and other countries. Sources revealed, though, that though Aryan has been very polite and fully cooperative during the interrogation. Now, friends, who exactly is Arbaaz Merchant, the guy with Aryan Khan? So, Arbaaz is a close friend of Aryan Khan and Suhana Khan, Shahrukh's daughter and son. True, Arbaaz's official Instagram handle is private. Several Bollywood star kids follow him on the photo sharing app. Now, Arbaaz is followed by late actor Irfan's son Babil Khan, Pooja Bedi's daughter Alaya F, Chunky Pandey's daughter Ananya Pandey, and Aryan Khan. Arbaaz has about 30.5k followers on Instagram. Now, several photos and videos of Arbaaz with Suhana and Aryan have been doing the rounds on the internet. One particular picture that's caught everyone's attention is where Arbaaz is seen posing with Suhana, Ananya, and Ahan Pandey, that is Chunky Pandey's son and Ananya's brother. So it's quite interesting. This Arbaaz merchant is a very, suspicious character. He was
Yeah,
caught with Aryan Khan.
yeah. Also, friends, please note that the people in the cruise were still continuing to party, and there was another raid today morning by the NCB, and they took in custody some more people. So, despite all these arrests, they did not get scared. The party continued. So it's very surprising. I mean, sometimes you think whether these people have any shame at all. You know. So it's very important that people should know that. Meanwhile, friends, guess what? Salman Khan visits Shah Rukh Khan after Aryan's arrest in the drugs case. Actor Salman Khan visited Shah Rukh Khan's Mumbai home around midnight on Sunday, hours after the superstar's son's arrest. In visual, Salman Khan was seen in a white SUV being driven inside the gate of Manat, the name of Shah Rukh Khan's home, and you could make out from his face that he looked very worried. Shah Rukh Khan was also seen leaving his home and heading for his lawyer's office shortly before the arrest was confirmed. The charges brought Aryan, including against Aryan, include purchase, possession, and the use of banned substances. The NCB said he's in the NCB's custody till 7th. Aryan's lawyer, Manish Shinde, demanded bail, saying that he had been arrested only on the basis of chat messages. And according to him, he had no ticket, no cabin or seat on board the cruise. He was there because he had been invited. He didn't even have a boarding pass. Nothing has been found on him. He was arrested on the basis of chat only. Now, according to the lawyer, he just sounds like a babe in the woods. The NCB boarded the Goa-bound ship disguised as passengers on Saturday morning, sources said, and that's how they found out that they went as passengers, and that's how they discovered that this is what is happening inside the cruise. Yes, back to you, Jared.
Yeah. So
You
why
can
does
explain
Salman?
how did Aryan Khan come to be aboard the cruise ship when the
I
NCB raided? Yeah.
before that, I have some doubts. Like,
Yes.
why does Salman Khan rush to help Shah Rukh Khan? He has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the case, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it's so funny. Like in any case, whether be it Sushant Singh Rajput's case or Siddharth Shukla's case, he
Yeah.
seems to be the common factor in all
Yeah.
these cases, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's quite,
See, all this hogwash about them not being, friends and all is all just hogwash. And
yeah,
the common, of course, the thing is, link is drugs. So that's very clear. Because why would he hurry in such a manner to Shah Rukh's house unless there's something really serious boiling? And it's not only the arrest of Shah Rukh Khan's son that is bothering Salman Khan. Something else
there's
is also
something
bothering
else.
him.
Something else is bothering Salman Khan. Like
Yes, yes,
some secrets will come out. Like
yes, yes.
so.
Yeah,
Now, coming to the whole operation, so like viewers can get a perfect idea as to what happened.
yeah. And
Now,
how he
how
came.
did yeah?
How did Aryan come
So
on board?
so how
Yes.
did Aryan Khan come to aboard a cruise ship in which the NCB raided? Here's what his lawyer said. So today morning, actually, I tweeted it in my Twitter account that Satish Manshinde is the literal meaning of devil's advocate. He represents all the devils, like including Salman Khan, Sanjay Dutt, Riya Chakraborty, and now Shah Rukh's own son Aryan. So he's the literal representation of the word devil's advocate. Now, Aryan Khan, who is represented by Satish Manshinde in a drugs consumption, possession, and purchase case wherein a Mumbai court granted NCB his custody until October 7. On October 4th, during the bail application hearing, the counsel appearing on behalf of Aryan Khan submitted before the court that Aryan was not associated with the event and had been invited only as a special guest. Just imagine, only as a special guest. So he was very innocent according to them. And Manishinde said that Aryan Khan did not even have a boarding pass and pleaded with the court to grant bail to his client. Now, Manshinde argued that he was caught by the NCB officials even before he entered the cruise, and nothing objectionable was found when Aryan Khan's luggage or pockets were searched. Now, Manshinde vouched before the court that no commercial quantity or anything connected to the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act was recovered by the NCB officials. Now, Manshinde argued that the onus of all illegal substances seized should not be placed on one individual, Upon being asked by the special NCB court about the specification of seized contraband, an NCB officer informed that Arbaaz merchant had 6 grams of charas, while Munmun possessed 5 grams. Another accused in the case, Vikrant Chokar, was held with 5 grams of mephedrone, 10 grams of cocaine. Now, after the NCB told the court that they require custody of the accused to investigate a drug nexus, and revealed international transactions had also allegedly been detected from the accused WhatsApp chats. Manshinde claimed Aryan Khan's WhatsApp chats were clean and questioned the existence of the so called international drug nexus. He asserted Khan has no supply, no purchase, nor any connection. Now they meaning NCB came with a small quantity and say they are going to unearth the conspiracy. They have to show the recovery is made from which individual? Aryan Khan's counsel argued. Now, however, Samir Wankade took the box. The court asked him whether the custody of the accused was required, to which he replied yes. Wankade added that Aryan Khan had been arrested for drug consumption. Notably, while citing another of his clients, Riya Chakraborty's High Court judgment, Manshinde pleaded with the court to consider Khan's bail application. However, ASG Anil Singh said that the argument should be on NCB remand custody and not on bail plea. Manshinde said that the probe would be based on the cooperation of all sides and therefore Khan should be granted judicial custody. Now, however, the ASG countered that it was a non-bailable offence and the question of the bail does not arise. Aryan Khan, Arbaaz Merchant, and Munmun Damecha have been remanded to NCB custody until October 7, as the court stated that it was of the view that investigation is of prime importance, considering the aspect the presence of the accused with NCB is necessary. Accused remanded till October 7. Meanwhile, Manchinde's argument stood that there were 1,300 people on the ship, and it is not fair to assume that Aryan Khan was the one distributing illegal substances and drugs, and why should there be any connection between the consumers of the party, that is Aryan Khan, and organizers of the party, which is Cordelia and the other accused booked in the case? To which advocate Tariq Syed, appearing for merchant, said if he wants, he can buy the ship. Earlier, the cruise ship owner, Cordelia Cruise, had issued a statement on its version of the event, denying any hand in the drugs on board. Media has also accessed a sequence of what transpired and details thereof. Now, this is the sequence of events, viewers. So, there is like an inaugural party was organized at Cordelia Cruise on Saturday night. Now, the cruise was set to sail from Mumbai at 8 p.m. However, it set sail only post 3 a.m. on Sunday. Now, schedule of what was to transpire on the cruise, which was music party, pool party, and techno music. Several high-profile DJs were invited to host that event. Aryan Khan was on the cruise with 3 more friends. Now, from 10 a.m. onwards, those who were to be on board queued up outside the Mumbai cruise terminal. They had complained of mismanagement. Boarding passes were to be issued from 2:30 to 4 for those who weren't issued passes earlier. Now, around 1 to 2 p.m. was when the team of NCB raided the cruise. 1,800 people had enrolled for the party. The cruise was set to sail from Mumbai, and then the party would take place on high seas for 2 days. The team was to return back on Monday. 120 special guests were invited. Now, I wonder who these special guests apart from Aryan Khan and Arbaaz Merchant were. We'll come
Yeah.
to know, I guess. Now, several bigger names and high profile people were a part of the team. Instagram influencers and TV celebrities. Instagram influencers, so you can imagine. Now, people had traveled across the country, such as Delhi and Kolkata, to be part of the event. Booking for the cruise takes place through various platforms such as Book My Show and IRCTC. This time it was booked completely by Namaz Cray. Tickets of the cruise range from rupees 80,000 to 2 lakhs. Inland Waterways Private Limited is the company that is looking after the Cordelia cruise. Now, Jurgen Bailon, president and CEO of Jalesh Cruises, also issued a statement on the rates. So it's quite interesting. It was for some time it was made public, right? The invitation
Yeah.
in
But
Book
what I
My Show
find
it was
strange is,
listed. So
yeah,
anyone with the money would have could possibly attend that cruise at that
yeah.
particular juncture.
Yes, yes. But what I find strange is See, the
Yeah.
one of the organizers is FTV, which is Fashion TV.
Yes,
There's no
fashion TV.
sound
Yes.
about it, what they have done to that organizer. I mean, Fashion TV is a very dicey TV. I mean, they're arranging this kind of this thing. They should be pulled up, just like the others are being pulled up. Okay. Meanwhile, all of you would have been curious about this viral selfie, which was taken with Aryan Khan, and everybody thought it was a NCB officer, from the anti-drugs agency. So NCB categorically clarifies that this man in this picture with Aryan Khan is not an officer or employee of NCB, the investigating agency said in a statement. The NCB on Sunday issued a clarification that a man in a viral photo with actor Shahrukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan, is not an officer or employee of the investigating agency. NCB categorically clarifies that the man in this picture with Aryan is not anybody from their office. On Saturday evening, as we all know, an NCB team busted an alleged, again, see, media is using the term alleged, but it is a drugs party on the Cordelia cruise ship, which was on its way to Goa at midsea. Okay, moving on to another topic of Pandora papers. Jadip, could you tell us, like, what is, there's a little bit of a shocker here involving Sachin Tendulkar.
Yeah, like the Pandora papers, where Sachin Tendulkar, Kiran Mazumdar was named in the first list. The Pandora papers was unveiled on Sunday by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. Now, Sachin Tendulkar, Reliance ADAG chief Anil Ambani, and Biocon MD Kiran Shah were listed among the rich individuals whose names were linked with the Pandora Papers, a probe that was launched to uncover financial secrets held by rich and powerful individuals across the world. Now, the Pandora Papers was unveiled on Sunday by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, and it claimed to have revealed the financial secrets of 35 current and former world leaders, over 330 politicians and public officials, some fugitives, con artists, and murderers. People linked by the secret documents to offshore assets include India's cricket superstar Sachin Tendulkar, pop music diva Shakira, supermodel Claudia Schiffer, and an Italian mobster known as Lel the Fat One. Tendulkar's attorney said the cricket player's investment is legitimate and has been declared to tax authorities. The ICIJ, which involved the BBC, the Guardian, and the Indian Express in India, among 150 media outlets, said in its report. Now, the investigation of records of Alcogal, which is a Panama law firm, which is part of the Pandora Papers. Sachin, his wife Anjali Tendulkar, and his father-in-law Anand Mehta were named as beneficial owners and directors of a British Virgin Islands-based company, which is SARS International Limited. Indian media said in its report that the company was liquidated in July 2016. Over 330 current and former politicians who were named as beneficiaries of the secret accounts include Jordan's King Abdullah II, former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair, Czech Republic Prime Minister Andrej Babis, Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta, Ecuador's President Guillermo Lasso, and so there are so many high-profile people, and the Pandora papers were also provided details of financial activities of Russian President Putin's unofficial Minister of Propaganda and more than 130 billionaires from Russia, United States, Turkey, and other nations. The probe was launched by the ICIJ around 2 years ago, and it involved more than 600 journalists in 117 countries. It may be recalled that the Panama Papers, which created shockwaves across the world, involved around 400 journalists from 80 countries. Meanwhile, Oxfam International applauded that the Pandora Papers for exposing brazen examples of greed that deprive countries of tax revenue that could be used to finance programs and projects for the greater good. This is where the missing hospitals are. This is where pay packets sit of all the extra teachers and firefighters and public servants we need. Whenever a politician or business leader claims there's no money to pay for climate change and innovation, for more and better jobs, for fair post COVID recovery, for more overseas aid, they know where to look. So, yeah, this is quite interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to Riya Chakraborty about her rumors of her participation in Big Boss 15 and rupees 35 lakhs that she would get per week. The grand premiere of Big Boss 15 began on Saturday night on Colors TV, and there were reports suggesting that Riya has been offered 35 lakhs per week to enter Big Boss 15 as a participant. However, on Saturday, she dismissed the rumors of her participation. The actress shared a statement on her Instagram story. I believe there are some rumors about me being a part of the TV show Big Boss. This is just to clarify there's no truth to these rumors. I'm not a part of it. Love and light. Actually, Ria, we know you can't be a part of it because you're just out on bail and you are the accused number one. So please spare us all these what do you call flowery statements, and let us we all know that you can't come in it, so if law will not permit you to come on in that. And meanwhile, viewers, I think it's high time we all just boycotted Big Boss. Okay, moving on to NCB's Samir Wankhede. Samir Wankhede has had something to say on the drug bust in Hollywood, in Bollywood, sorry. Just because someone is famous, does that give them the right to violate the rules? Even though you and your teams at the Narcotic Controls Bureau are fighting the good fight, there's a certain section that alleges that you're targeting Bollywood. How do you react to these allegations? Was the question from the media. So he says there have been multiple instances where it has been said that we target Bollywood. But let's not talk about opinions. Let's talk about facts and, more importantly, statistics. In the last year, we have booked a total of 105 cases in 10 months. That's an average of 10 to 12 cases every month. Now, you tell me, out of these 105 cases, how many are celebrities? I'll tell, a handful of them at best. This year alone, we've made more than 310 arrests. How many of these are celebrities? Everybody would know because that's the only thing that's talked about. We've seized illegal substances worth rupees 150 crores this year. Has anyone spoken about that? Today, the media is playing up Aryan Khan's story. Just 2 days ago, we seized rupees 5 crores worth of drugs, and no media house in the country wrote about it. Last week, we seized drugs worth rupees 6 crores connected to the underworld. Nobody chose to comment on these cases. One of my staff members got seriously injured when he had to fight off Nigerian drug cartels. Nobody from Bollywood spoke about that, and no media house reported that incident. There's a valid reason, though. When we arrest someone, the media will play it up only when the arrested person is a known face. But instead of appreciating our efforts, we get blamed for targeting that popular celebrity. That's why it's important to talk about the statistics, and that's why I brought it up in our conversation. The media only writes about the NCB when a big name is involved in our case. So everyone who looks at us feels that we only go after big names, and it looks like we are targeting them. But that's not the case at all. The big names are just a very small fraction of the people we end up apprehending. End of the day, we are just doing our job. We are enforcing rules, and those rules are the same for everyone. They're equal for everybody. So why should we let celebrities who don't follow these rules walk away scot free? Just because they're famous? Does that give them the right to violate the rules? If we see a famous person breaking the law, we shouldn't do anything about it? Should I only run after drug peddlers and conduct my operations and raids in slums alone? It can't be like that. When I get a valuable tip off and I see a violation in progress, I will act on it. Do you want me to succumb to the pressure of the high and mighty? Should I succumb to the power of the rich folks? Will the people of the country be happy if I do that? Now, here, our message to Samir Wankhede is that channels like us on YouTube, many of us, report each and every case of yours. We are not like the mainstream media that only reports, celebrity, raids. So please bear that also in mind, Samir. Samirji, congratulations, and we're also with you. But plus, also note that see, we are constantly talking about the good work of NCB. Back to you, Jerry.
Yeah, now looks like Shilpa Shetty is helping herself to all the motivational quotes in Google to say that she's happy. And ever since husband and Raj Kundra was arrested and he was released on bail, Shilpa has been trying to show people that she does not give two hoots what is happening in Kundra's life and that she is busy. And so we'll have to wait and see if there's any movement in Raj Kuntas, like whether he will again launch another new app which shows erotic films and exploit women. So
Yeah.
let's hope. Yeah. So this is all the news for today, and let's open the lines and let's
Take
look
some
at
comments as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Take some comments as well. Yes. Uh, Nia says boycott Bollywood Mafia Khan movies in BB show, boycott justice for Sushant and Siddharth Shukla. It's all planned murder by Bollywood Mafia Khans. Yes, Jay. You
अपनी
could read the
जान पर
comments.
खेलने वाला एक ही इंसान है और उनका नाम है समीर वांकेडे. Absolutely, like he is single-handedly taking on the whole mafia, and
Yeah,
that too, if Salman Khan is so worried, rushing to his professional rival Shahrukh Khan's house, so you can imagine how serious of an issue that is.
yeah, yeah,
Like.
yeah. Karthik, Jay.
Yeah, I stopped watching the award shows after one award show was so pathetic. Cheap jokes, embarrassing moments galore involving Ranbir, Manish Paul, and others. It was very disgusting. Yeah, and if you remember, Karthik, that in one of the episodes that Shahid Kapoor and Shah Rukh Khan made fun of Sushant Singh Rajput on stage, and it's like karma is taking full circle now. With Aryan Khan being in the custody of NCB.
Yeah.
Surika, not to forget how is yeah, exactly. That's what KB. Wasn't Shilpa going to leave last minute? Yeah, I mean
That was only yesterday.
as long as he's giving her money, she doesn't care, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Shah Rukh Khan destroyed many children's future and many families to build his empire. Now it has ruined his son's life. Yeah, Sureka, it's all karma, taking full circle. And I really hope that, like at least some sort of punishment is handed out to Aryan Khan. Right?
yeah.
So who do we have?
Welcome, Arinia.
Arinia. Welcome, Arinia.
Yeah, Namah Shivaya, and happy,
Namaskar.
very, very, very good evening and a happy evening for all of
Yeah,
us. And
yeah. Thank you.
yeah, I would say that hats off to Samir and his team,
Yeah,
and hats off to all YouTubers and SSRians, because I think somewhere Samir was watching and he was following what was happening and the nexus between Bollywood and drugs and
yes,
all the
yes.
murders. So Republic also is covering it because the nation right now needs the youth to be saved from such a
Yeah,
menace. This,
yes,
more of Janvi Kukrejas and all that would be
yes,
saved and
yes.
they won't be victimized. So
Yeah,
I feel actually very bad for this guy, Aryan, because unfortunately he has such lousy parents. The boy studied abroad and he got addicted because it was like chewing gum for them at home, parents doing the same thing, sister doing, and friends, everybody doing that. He couldn't escape that food, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
you feel bad, and in a way, I feel that. Uh, uh, SSR Rajput is really such a wonderful soul. He always liked SRK, and I feel there's some kind of a unconditional love happening uh,
yeah,
because of Sushant. Today, this boy at 23 is rescued, and I'm sure he'll be sent to rehab because it's very common, Meena ma'am, in the
yeah,
West, these
yeah,
cases. Like, even if you see Michael Douglas' son was a
yeah,
drug addict, and Michael could not save him. He
yeah,
was many times he was sent to rehab and he was jailed, and but the addiction took him, and in the end, he died young. So these kind of things are actually, these people are working to save the youth, and even a lot of adults who are prone to this drug abuse, and along with it, the terror dealings happening over drugs. So there were so many things. It's not about just SRK's son being caught. It is about saving our youth, saving our nation. And I'm so happy for what's happening. Slowly, the same laws and same things will be applied to Ria and Shavik and all those gangsters who drugged SSR. So this is a great step, and I'm so happy for everything. And optimism is really working wonders. A lot of predictions were saying that from October, a lot of things would start moving, towards SSR's case and victory. So I'm so glad. Take somebody
See
else.
here,
I'll stay
yeah,
backstage. Yes.
yeah, Aranya. See here, very
Yeah.
important point is that, see, whether it is SSR's case or whether it is Gia's case or whether it's Janvi Kukreja's case, see, please realize that behind this is a drug cartel. It is this cartel that's making money for the underworld.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if anything happened to Janvi, it's because of people like Aryan Khan and his friends who are responsible for it indirectly because they are peddling drugs. And if they are peddling drugs, it is being given to young children knowingly or unknowingly. And the result is a murdered, Janvi Kukreja. So I have no sympathies for Aryan Khan because after this, the moment he's out, he will continue in his ways because that's what his parents have taught him. And that's what his parents are spreading in Bollywood as well. Because we have seen many pictures of them all, involved in this. It's not that they are all clean and their children are, in this way, and that the children are going to get rehab. No, they are going to save them, and again after day 2, they will be back in it, Aranya. Yes, Aranya.
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. Take somebody else.
Yeah,
I'll get back.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
listening to you.
yeah. Monica,
Yes, hi, me, Meena
Hi.
ma'am, and
welcome,
Jade.
welcome.
Hi, yeah. So I just had a question because there was also some news doing the rounds that Shawik and Aryan
Yes, he
were
was also
actually
there.
very good friends. So is that true?
Shawik
They
was
were
also there
friends?
in the cruise. He was there in the cruise.
Ah, okay, because this comes as a shock then because
I don't
I
think,
just read
Monica.
about it.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh,
don't think they're
uh-huh.
they're friends. See, none of them
Okay.
are really friends. They're all, friends for
Yeah.
business. Yeah, business,
Okay.
business
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
drugs. Yeah, business
Yes,
of drugs.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
not really a friendship there.
yeah,
But anyways, I'm just so proud of Mr. Samir, I mean he's doing such a tough job. I mean this is not easy,
yeah,
the way he's come up and he's doing the best, he's doing the best that he can do. But
yeah,
then beyond that it's the courts and the laws. So I really hope they catch them and make sure that they're in for good, at least this time,
yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. Savi Singh says, let's not be very
Yeah.
happy with any event, and at the same time, let's not be very sad for any event. We need to fight
Quite
consistently. That's very
consistent.
true.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly,
very true.
spot
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
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 Back to, I think, Anandi has joined us. Anandi, welcome.
Hello, hello, Meena ma'am. Hello, Jaydev.
Hello.
Hi, Anand.
I'm
Welcome.
Monica.
Hi,
I'm
how are
sorry,
you?
ma'am. I don't know. You just spoke. I just came to reiterate on what you just spoke because
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
typing that also on the chat.
yeah,
That our parents, what did they show us? They taught us how to love. We know we learned to love. Our
yeah,
parents taught us how to respect others. We learned to
yeah,
respect others. But what
yeah,
did that guy learn? Just being exposed to drugs or smoke. That's all he's seen, right?
yes, yes,
And today I was watching Simi Agarwal's, I think it was also posted in various channels, where
yes,
Shahrukh Khan kind of openly says that at the age of 3, I told my son to have sex and to do
yeah.
drugs. And
Drugs and
so, what are we? I mean, if that's what he has taught his son, what are we to blame him?
yeah,
Unfortunate that he got caught instead of his father, but
yeah,
yeah, at least he will learn his lessons young, at least.
Did he
yeah.
just say at the age of 3?
I
Or
think so,
did
yes.
I
Something on those
3?
lines, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. This is sick.
Monica, he said something like, I've never had an opportunity to womanize and
Uh,
do drugs and chase girls.
uh,
So I'll be glad if my son does something like that.
Yeah.
Look at his
oh
audacity. Yeah.
God. I mean, look at the thought process. It's so sick.
And
Gosh,
that's
He is
probably
sick.
makes
why
me
They're
want
all
to
even
sick.
puke.
Aryan told him that my parents knew where I was going, right? At least the guy was honest that way, right? He at least
Yeah.
said, yes, my parents knew I
Exactly.
was going there. So,
Yeah.
See, what happens is, Anandi,
yeah.
see, they would have never expected this sort of raid,
Correct.
okay? And this boy being young and being caught in this for the first time. Now he
Mm-hmm.
was scared, and
Yes.
under pressure, he spoke. Okay, second or
Yes.
third time when he's caught, he will be more guarded. Okay,
Yes.
just like in the case of when SSR was killed, we got all the news out, despite the fact that the Mumbai police tried to, hide it. But in the case of Siddharth Shukla, it was a murder. But they knew all the tactics. They hid everything from people so that they would not post it on social media. So these people learn over time. Don't
Yeah.
think that, see, how many people you mean to say that, see, none of the parents in Bollywood want their children to go the healthy way? No, it's not that. It's just a business.
Absolutely.
It makes them rich. They go on yachts, they go on private jets, they enjoy the best of brands. So it's
Right.
become such a part of their livelihood. Now, Anandi, here also I'd like to say one thing. See, despite the fact that, if you are, whether you're under a parent's influence or not, these children have gone abroad and they have studied. And when you go abroad and study, you become an independent person.
Definitely.
So, at
Absolutely.
that time, you also learn values from the kind of friends you have. Okay, perhaps again there he would have had friends of wrong choice, and he would have been pushing his status that he is a big actor's son. So, from wrong parents to wrong friendship could have again brought him back into this thing. So, if children do have the time when they become independent to change their ways, even
Yeah.
if the
I
parents
And
think
are
if
one
you
more
look at
strict.
it
point,
in ways, right? I'm sorry. Sorry, Monica, please
Yes.
go ahead.
Oh, no, no,
not
no. It's
Monica.
not me. It's
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not me.
sorry. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry to intervene. I just thought of, these guys, it also revealed that they care a damn about
Yes.
how SSRians are fighting for the truth for the past 15 months. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, what kind of a celebrity or a top star is SRK? He didn't even have a small manager who was keeping a tab on all the YouTubers, their topics, because I remember that night, just the same night, a little earlier than what the the cruise was caught and all, Style Rug had exposed that this was going, that night. It was the party was on, the rave party. So I am like, baffled with their indifference and insensitivity towards all our SSRians fighting for this justice, and they're actually sending their children, still continuing ki kya ukad sakte hai hamara. That was the attitude they had, and all that has now been totally, dropped like a hot potato. Good for
See,
them.
see, see, Aranya. See, also remember that after this raid, the people were
Yeah.
partying still, and there was another
Exactly.
raid. So
Absolutely.
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
attitude is
Yeah.
shocking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
these
we have KB with us. Yeah, KB.
Hi, Kate.
Hello,
Hi,
good evening.
KP.
Har Har Mahadev. Jai Shiv
Hello, Mother.
Shambho. Yeah.
Yes.
Before I start, I want to first and foremost appreciate our hero, the real hero, Samir Wankhede ji.
Yeah.
A big salute to him.
Yes.
Risking his life going into that ship with his officers. I think he's a better actor than
Also,
these
KB, remember,
real actors.
remember that he has a very small team. Despite that, they're
Yes.
doing, wonders.
Yes, ma'am. And also, he was attacked in the previous case, and still,
Yes.
bravo.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate, and every day I even pray for him and his team. More success
Yes.
and more power to them. May
This is
God
why.
be
This is
always
why,
with
At
them.
these
KB.
times, I wonder why
Yeah.
Sushant never approached somebody like Samir. Probably they
Yeah.
could have exposed so many things much
I
See
earlier.
know,
here,
I know.
I would request
Yeah.
YouTubers to not speak against Samir Wankare or NCB,
Actually,
because the kind of
True.
pressure they have. I've been hearing some people criticize. Don't expect wonders. I mean, they're doing it systematically with their small team. They're doing
actually,
wonders, and they're working
Exactly.
against the big dons and mafia.
yes,
So
yes. They
you
are
can
dangerous
imagine, and
mafia.
yeah, and
And especially
the very
with
fact, yes,
Satish Manchinde, who is so,
yes,
cunning, and he
Yeah.
knows all
Yeah.
and
the loopholes in the law.
And these are very
Yeah,
seasoned
yeah,
criminals, so
yeah,
they're not just going to be like very easy to catch. They
and
would have
see.
upped
exactly.
their games.
Yeah, Monica, also the biggest achievement is that he's been detained up to 7th, which
Right.
is very big.
Yeah,
True.
Can you
Yes,
True.
imagine?
Absolutely.
All
yes.
these superstars are hitting their heads and trying to, do something about it, but this guy has just coolly done it.
Right.
So,
Yes.
yeah, hats
Yes.
off to
In
him.
Very
fact,
true.
ma'am,
Very
the
true.
media has been trying to promote in that one night that he was crying and all.
Yeah.
So now 3 nights, how many he's going to cry 3 times over? I
No,
don't
he
know. This
maybe
is
he was looking very unfazed, and it is very common for those kids in in the West, because they see this happening all the time around them. And
Yeah.
I believe this is not the first time he's caught in drugs. So obviously he must have been caught in the West, and then whatever he's come out over
And you
here,
see,
he just
yeah,
yeah.
and you
no.
also see
What
that
I
he
feel.
hid it in the
Sorry.
lens of his camera.
Yes, lens box. No, what I feel, Aranya, is that until and unless he had not spoken to his parents, he was phased. If you see his
Yeah.
body language on the first day, he was very nervous.
Yes.
And
Oh yeah.
after this
True.
morning, I believe his father has spoken to him for 2 minutes. After that, I'm sure they must have told him, "Don't worry, we'll get you out tonight."
Yeah.
So I'm very
Yeah. What?
happy that NCB won in the first round. At least they
Yeah.
got the custody for 3 more days.
Yeah.
And
Later,
That's
one
very
more
later
true.
thing.
on, KB,
Sorry.
later on, the NCB team made him speak to Gauri and SRK through another phone, and over there he admitted what he said. Otherwise, that also would have played Turant in the courts, because Manshinde went on arguing that he was a guest and he didn't have a pass, he was just invited, and all that. It never stood. The only point which was very good for Wankhede was the consumption of the drug, because they took their test immediately. So that was, you could arrest on that, and the international link of the commercial activity through the chats. So this was a point where Wankhede worked overnight. He worked really hard
No,
to
no,
catch this
Aranya.
fish. And yes,
Sorry, Aranya,
yes,
I'm
go ahead.
interrupting you there because what I heard is that the first 15-hour interrogation, Wankhede sir took the interrogation and made them write it also, because they were keeping on changing their statements. So he made them
Exactly.
write and sign it, so
Yeah.
that you cannot later on say, "I did not say this."
Yeah.
It is there in writing.
Yes.
Before he could
He
talk with his
recorded.
lawyer.
Yes. He recorded the
Yes,
statements of the kid to the parents too. That is what was
yes,
revealed on Republic.
yes,
Yeah, it's a
yes. No,
good work. Very great job done by Wankhede and all. Hats
Yes.
off
Yes.
to them.
yes,
Really, they worked hard.
yes.
On a
And
lighter
another
note,
thing
I
is
think
there. Sorry, another
no,
thing is
go
there. Lutyens media is misleading the case.
Yeah.
They are saying that it was a minimum quantity, it is bailable offense, which is not true. They have found
Absolutely.
commercial quantity, and they have found that he has confessed himself that he's been taking for 4 years. So if
Yes.
you've been taking for 4 years, you have been procuring it, and in that they have come out with
Exactly.
the dark web. They have been purchasing online through dark web. They have been making
This
the
is,
payments
see,
online
KB,
through dark web.
see,
Yes,
KB, this is
Exactly.
what we've been saying in Janvi Kukreja's case. We've been saying that.
yes,
They're buying it
Right.
from
yes,
darknet and they're showing it on
Yes.
yes.
darknet and they're earning in bitcoins. See,
Yes. Yes.
so it's
So
all,
that is also one more nexus. And then again, there is the third nexus is of money laundering, because they are
yes.
doing Hawala transactions for these payments.
Mm.
So it's all linked up. But I want one thing is that just like we have a hero in Samir Wankhede ji, we should have somebody, even an ED and CBI, who would be playing a
Yes,
active
very
role
much.
and pursuing the cases that are Janvi's case, Jia's case, Sushant's case, Disha's case. Everything is, we are looking forward
Exactly.
to results.
That
तो
So
would
तब
KB,
तक
really
wait
Exactly.
be
करेंगे.
yes.
yeah,
We
KB,
need
And
that
instead
actually.
instead
how do
of
you know?
giving ma'am, instead of giving awards to the most desired woman, Riya, they should start giving awards to even posthumous award to Sushant and all his teammates
Yes.
who were murdered, and also Samir, Arnab. And I really appreciate Republic, some of those girls. Imagine Alisha Nair, how she
Yeah.
works and she takes all the risks. So these
Yes.
should be the youth icon, not these
Yes.
Bollywood
Yes,
stupid
Yes.
yes,
wannabes and
true,
all of them.
true. Alisha, Yesha,
See, you know how you can
Amita.
make out?
Yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
you
See,
can make
sorry, I just want to add one point. I would like all the viewers to go to Baiju's Facebook page. There's no photo of Shahrukh Khan now.
Okay,
Why is
okay.
that?
actually, I was just going to comment. I don't know.
That's a
On a
Yeah,
good
lighter
point.
note, no, no, on a
That's a
lighter
good
note, I don't know
observation.
who
Sure.
yeah,
yeah.
We'll
masked,
check it
wearing
out.
masks. At least these people who've been arrested and being detained, they're very happy to wear those masks
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
don't have to show their face to anybody,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Yeah, I wanted to say something. That is, see, if you look at Aryan Khan's pictures from last 4 years, the expression is the same.
Mm.
So 4 years, yes,
Right.
he was on something definitely. Yeah,
Yeah, he was in a drug state. You can make out by looking at his face
yeah,
only.
yeah. No
Glassy
expression.
eyes and yeah,
No
yeah, yeah.
expression.
It's
Absolutely.
scary, ma'am. I mean,
Yeah,
at the
but
age of 23, he's not just consuming them; he's also
Yeah,
involved in the trade. Imagine,
yeah.
of course, his
And if you
friend
notice,
circle.
Yeah.
yeah, if you notice today when he got out of the van, he was much more confident, and he
Mm.
looked back just like Riya looked back.
Yeah.
So which means they're telling him that don't worry, you will be out
yeah,
very soon.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
This morning that he talked with his father, they must have
Yeah,
given him that
yeah,
boost up.
yeah.
So,
But
but have
ma'am,
you noticed
even
his
if he's
handwriting?
out, sorry to
Sorry.
intervene, but even if
Yes,
he's
absolutely.
out, this case will go on because Republic said that they definitely want to totally bring out the facts about the terror link and the drug deals, especially from Pakistan. A lot of drug coming in, and even Taliban and Afghanistan, all of them with the drug money. What all is happening? So that's why Republic is probing 24/7 this thing, which is an amazing thing for us because
Yeah.
they are very upset with what has happened, and they know that the nation is crying because of all these nexus and mafia activities, and they know this is the way they can once again step into
Arinya,
SSRian case.
yeah,
Yeah.
Arinya, what I'd like to tell you is that, see, one thing about Republic, which I do not like, is that they
Yes.
call some panelists who are
Okay.
fake, fake. Okay,
Oh.
Yes,
some
ma'am.
panelists, and when
Yes.
I see them, I feel like puking because we do not want to hear information from such people because we know where they're coming
Exactly.
from and what they're talking.
Yes.
So, Republic has to be very
Exactly.
careful about calling which panelists
I
and
agree, ma'am.
giving them the
Yes, I
mic.
agree. Some of them are not
Yeah. It
very.
can be
They don't
frustrating.
deserve. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
deserve to be there, right?
I think
Yeah,
he
I
just
agree.
wants to create that neutral narrative by bringing people who,
Yes.
just to create that so that the whole thing doesn't go one-sided. But I
Yeah.
completely agree with you, ma'am. I
That's
mean,
all okay. Arinya, see, because see, you are here. Monica is here, KB is here, Arinya is here, Jaydev is here. All of you have different points of view. It's not that see we all agree with each other. We have come because of SSR
Absolutely.
case. Okay, and
Yes.
it's
Yes.
all your opinions are welcome. See, now Arinya may say something which KB may not agree. That's all okay. Get in different points of view. But if you
Exactly.
get people who do not have any information and
mm,
they are not to be trusted, then our SSR case goes somewhere else. Okay, and what is
Absolutely.
happening now? Aryan case will go in another direction. Call
mm.
lawyers who are really good. Don't call all these little cub lawyers who do not have any
Dicey,
idea.
right?
Who's
Yeah.
posing,
Dicey people.
Exactly.
yeah, busy looking at
Yeah.
her image more than what she's
I
talking.
had that same
Okay,
person.
yeah,
I had
yeah,
him on my mind. And
yeah,
let me be open, ma'am. I don't
yeah,
care. Ishkaran Bandari had promised a lot of SSRians and had taken away all the evidences which the SSRians worked so hard overnight, and they gave him, trusting him that he would file a bill, and he never did anything. He happily went on, and they started confessing Swami and he, and they didn't even help an inch to SSRN. He
Yeah.
just comes and he wags his bloody
yeah.
tongue.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry about
Aranya,
it. I'm
yeah,
very
Aranya,
Arinya,
pissed
he's
off
not the
with
only
that.
one. He's not
I'm
the
not
only
talking
one. There
about
are
him,
others.
Arinya.
No,
Yeah,
he
No, I
came on
think,
my mind when ma'am said
yeah.
about lawyers. He was the one I got it. So
yeah.
No, the
I
thing
didn't
is,
like what he did with the public.
yeah, he created the trust among
Absolutely.
the public, right? I mean, even I
No,
also subscribed to his channel as soon as I saw the way he was going with things. But it is so disheartening to see how he
I'll
cleverly.
tell you,
Yes. Yes.
Anandi, I'll just interrupt you because I
No, no,
wanted
no.
to go back to Aranya. Is that, see, Aranya, there are people who he calls on the channels who are actually on the other side, not on
Yes.
SSR side. Okay? And
Oh.
they have been
Okay.
exposed time and again in smuggling,
Ah.
Yeah,
and
ma'am,
other
what
things.
Ma'am,
bothers me is the fake
yes.
narrative. They spread the fake
Ma'am, why does
narrative.
he do it? Ma'am, can you
This is so
connect
disappointing.
the dots, ma'am? He does it because he consults with his guru, and they all at one point wanted to push the suicide theory of SSR. So that's why those things were happening. So he was trying to play safe, but he also wanted his fame on Republic, and he also wanted to win a lot of his followers on YouTube. So he kept dancing to even his guru's tunes, and this is what people like y'all have realized that he was using all these, Lutyens kind of people too. So,
Aranya,
I
just to
mean,
say this to
yes,
you,
Yeah.
in his channel, because I had also had subscribed to his channel earlier, I was probably the only person always asking, "You're not talking about SSR. You're not
Yeah.
talking about SSR." He blocked me. He
Hmm.
really
Yeah.
blocked me because
Oh
I
my
joined
God.
his channel only
he's
because I
cunning.
thought he was going to do something,
Mm.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, it was so disappointing. He just never responded. Nobody even, the
This
comments.
shows that he was guilty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like he
See here,
blocked you off. That's
I'll tell you two things. See, one thing is Arnab is a very good journalist. He's got a good character, comes from a good background. But there were two things that he did wrong. Okay, one was he spoke against Sabrimala. Okay,
Mm.
that is so close to the hearts of millions of Indians. Nobody speaks about against, Ayappa. And if you
Mhm.
see the fervor in which people go every December to the temple, you will know it's throbbing. Okay, so that was one thing where he supported women going into the temple. Okay, second thing was he spoke, I will not name, he spoke against a guru. So that was also, and when the guru himself was innocent. So that was another thing. So, indirectly, you might take something upon you when you, do this. Okay. The supreme force is so powerful that they follow whatever you're doing. So here also, see,
Absolutely.
he
in
he he
Sushant's
paid a
case,
price, ma'am. That's
yes,
why he
yes,
paid a price, and he finally took to spirituality. I think he was with Brahma Kumaris for some time, and he brought those programs. The lady, the oldest lady, spoke on Republic. So eventually, nobody is perfect. So he had his drawbacks, and he paid a price, heavy price.
see, I'll
But
tell you,
all said
Aranya,
and done,
yeah,
yes,
personally,
yes,
I like him very much because he's very clean.
exactly,
Okay, he can't be
exactly,
corrupted. So that's the
exactly.
biggest thing.
It
But
Yeah, it
when
was
we
the
speak,
arrogance
yeah,
which, yeah,
yeah, when we
of
speak
course
about
he shouldn't
religion,
have
okay,
spoken about,
yeah,
but yes,
when we speak about
yeah,
religion, we need to respect all religions and all the gods.
Absolutely.
Okay. Second thing is when we are talking about gurus or sons or people who are spreading peace and love and sanatana dharma, you have to be very careful. Have you gone inside the ashrams to find out what's happening that you are so confident that this is all sorts of nonsense are happening? No, there is a very
Mm.
big force of conversion happening in India, and you have to open your eyes towards it. And now all the states are taking action and trying to put an anti-conversion law. So these are all the things, Arinya. See, I basically don't have any problem with the Republic and him, but I have a problem when you call an authority. An authority is an authority. Now you call someone, for example, I call Mohandas Pai. He has so much of information. So we can believe what he says. But if you call a fake person and tell him to speak in the same manner, you're actually
Mm.
fooling the viewers, the audience.
Right.
Yeah,
True.
Malika. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's a fair point. Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, KB?
Yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to. You were talking about the good work being done by the Narcotics Bureau.
Yeah.
There was the latest, I don't know whether viewers are aware, 25 crores worth of drugs was seized today in
Yeah.
Jammu and Kashmir line of
Yes.
control,
Yes.
which is also a great achievement and nobody is talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of thing. But I also have a query. Where do these drugs go? The drugs which are confiscated, what happens with them, ma'am? You have any idea?
A lot of them is, I think, burnt, and a lot of them is, I don't know, you see them bulldozing things and all that. So I really have no idea what they do with it, KB. I think it's
Because they
destroyed.
can't convert it to cash,
No, they
obviously.
can't. They can't.
So what happens to this? This was
Yeah.
a
See, for
query of
example,
mine.
I'll tell you, when the Congress government was in Karnataka, they had given acres of land to Bangladeshis. So so it was two pronged. One, they get votes from this section, and second is that, see, they also have drug trade being done by these illegal people who can be threatened all the time and kept in place. So
Okay.
once the police found out about 5 acres of land, having under earth all this hidden. You see,
Um,
so it's
you
terrible.
mean to say the
And what?
illegal plantations?
Yeah, and what?
ma'am,
And
this
not
happened
plantations.
in
No, I'm not talking about
Andhra,
plantations.
Andhra, in
Hiding
Andhra
it
and
under the earth.
Telangana.
Yeah,
Andhra.
hiding it under
Same
the
thing
earth.
happened. Same thing
Yeah.
happened.
So what I'm saying is
Yes.
that, see, what NCB is doing is only tip of the So it's not, we have to do much more. See, you are doing it, we are doing it through our own medium, we are spreading awareness, you know.
Yes.
So again,
Yeah.
going back to the point where we said Republic, it's always important, Arinya and KB and all of us, that we call people who are good at what they, you know, speak, and they have the authority. Don't let us call people who, you know, have half, half baked ideas, and they come and they put something across, and our viewers start believing that what they say is right.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
Meenaji, this is also happening in many of the YouTube channels, I find. I
They're
find some
misleading
panelists,
people,
they are saying
Yes.
something in one channel and going and saying something else in another channel.
Yes. Yes. This I
That's something
agree.
very
Yes.
funny I found.
Yeah.
I
In
mean,
one channel, somebody is saying, yes, he believes SSR is alive, and another channel, he's saying, yes, we'll go for the protest to Mont Blanc on 14th for his
Yes.
murder. What is this? I mean,
Yeah.
I am so confused
Like
with these
make up
kind
your
of
mind,
panelists.
right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you be consistent in your views,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they're saying something somewhere, then I feel, what is happening here? This guy cannot make up his mind, and they're supposed to be, educated people, lawyers and doctors
Yeah,
and
in
things like
KB,
that.
we are not in this movement to please anyone. Like we're here. If you believe in it, then you believe in it. If you think he's
Yeah,
alive, then that's fine.
Okay,
Like just
Deepthi.
stick to your views.
Yeah.
yeah,
Deepthi is
stick to
saying,
it, don't keep
yeah.
Yeah.
changing.
Deepthi is saying exactly, Minaji. Many planted people have been kept ready by the cabal to hijack the movement for SSR's justice with the agenda to
Yes,
create differences and deviations. See,
Exactly.
so,
yes,
and when you see these
100% right.
people on the panel, you get panicky because you're fighting since 1 year and 3 months for this, and these
Yes,
people come and
yes,
create a completely different narrative.
yes.
You know,
Yes, and they
And
confuse
then they
you
ask you
also.
evidence,
yeah.
evidence. They ask you for
So, for
evidence.
example,
Yeah,
I'll just tell
yeah.
you. Recently there was a tweet by SSR's sister about some memory about SSR, some memory she got. So I said,
Mhm,
sort of responded. I said, see, ma'am, why don't you, fight with us and ask
right.
the Supreme Court why this delay by the CBI?
Mhm,
So you should be one of the voices, that pushes this forward. Why are you all
True.
keeping silent?
mhm.
What was her
It's
Absolutely.
response, ma'am?
nothing.
What was
No,
her
no, no.
response?
They will not respond. They will never
She never
respond.
responds to
Yeah.
it. I
No,
know.
for me, it's
Yeah.
not their response. For me, it's my
Mhm,
response to the people who are on Twitter to
mhm.
see. So I don't care what she says or not. I don't know about the family. See, because as
Yes,
far as
yes.
the SSR's family is concerned, the only person I really believe in is the father. I do not believe in the
Mhm.
sisters because the sisters
True,
are
true.
not
Absolutely.
forthcoming at all. And you can say whatever you want. You can curse me for that. But that's what I feel.
No, 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 ma'am. You brought a
Oh, no,
very good
that's
point.
fine. Yeah.
Yes, in fact, Meena ma'am and the others, pardon me, but I just want to speak for 2 minutes about something which was bothering me for months. Can I, ma'am, about
Sure.
SSR
Yeah, please.
case?
Please. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I always wondered, everybody, all of us are flustered. There's so many YouTubers, and some of them sincerely have done research, analysis, everything. But whenever I asked any channel that why is the two body and the stretcher, it was so clear, and the other pool of blood and all those things, why are they not analyzed or spoken at length? Everybody says, let's first go ahead with SSR's body and his murder. Nobody, everyone is scared of some gang who are immediately, when we speak about these kind of things about pool of blood or two bodies or more bodies or the young girl being killed in SSR's flat, all these they just want to shove it up under the carpet. So
Yeah.
I get so flustered that why are they scared of these people? How will you get justice when the whole damn thing is not cracked? Just
Yeah.
tell me, ma'am,
Absolutely.
half truth. Can you get justice? Why are they all scared? And whom are they scared of even
Yeah.
today? So even if they say the sisters are threatened and all, okay, fine, not now anymore. They can give us some kind of support, not the crocodile and other people. So yeah, I think one of the sisters supports Ankita Lokhande. The other one
Yes.
comes on
Mhm,
Smita Parikh's
Yes.
space, and everybody, even
mhm.
I was a victim. I think even
Yeah.
Dr. Padma was a victim. So all those who are fighting and speaking loudly are being attacked,
Mhm.
trolled, and a lot of dirty things are happening on their name.
Oh, yeah.
I was a victim too, but I just put it aside now. I thought enough is enough. Let me come back
Mhm.
again. So sometime back, I was having this majorly. I think even Monica knows what has happened. So
Yes, absolutely.
So I just feel at this moment, why are they not coming out open? So obviously the other authorities are also taking advantage, and they're not, like, even CBI is not coming about it. Don't you think they know what has happened in that flat that night? And we had videotapes of Republic where SSR clearly spoke to one of the friends abroad, saying, with Disha, same thing happened. Whatever happened to Jia, this is what he said. She went into the washroom of that party and told what was happening. That means about those minors and the kind of drugs and minors being raped, all that happened. So that's the reason they quickly put somebody else on Republic, sent a whole gang to Republic saying, Disha was killed and SSR was panicking. Ab mujhe nahi chhodte. All this happened for a cover up because, ma'am, they knew that the file will never come out. It was in the Mumbai cops' hands, and they immediately deleted. And they knew what all to use all these things because CBI was allotted. So quickly they did all this. They planned and they started pushing people who were very confident. So that's the reason much later when the file was not found, that's when Vivekananda and somebody came and said Rohan Roy is who's that guy? Nitesh Rane. All those guys said
Nitish Rane,
that there
yeah.
are witnesses, and we still don't know whether they really went to CBI. Why can't CBI give us those details? So this is such a larger thing which everybody knows everything, but they are scared of one particular gang. And I'm only hoping, like what Wankide did today, the same thing should happen to the rest of SSR story, and then it is a sure victory. So this is where this was bothering me a lot of times, ma'am. I wanted to tell you this, and thank you for giving the opportunity.
Yeah. So here, what I'd like to say is that one thing is that, see, if Jia's mother can come out or Janvi's mother can come out and speak, surely the sisters can speak.
Exactly.
Okay? Sisters don't need to speak on behalf of people we suspect because we do not believe them. Because
And I
SSR
don't
himself,
get it. Like,
yeah,
what
himself
kind
in
of
his
threat?
diary has exposed them.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
do not
Yeah.
need any, anybody reaffirming that, see, they are friends. No, we don't
Yes.
need that. Okay.
Absolutely.
There's a comment from
Absolutely.
Deepthi saying, right question, KBG, about what they do with caught drugs. These drugs should be destroyed in public knowledge. Yeah, same thing as we
Very true.
discussed, KB. Yeah.
Yes.
Very
Right.
true.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, ma'am. There's one thing I would like to tell Aranya about her the
Please.
pain that she just expressed.
Yeah.
What I personally feel is that when you talk of the two bodies and all, the person who is involved in that is a very powerful. I think they have an NGO there, and I think it has that link with the Palghar sadhus getting lynched, and
Yes.
there is a connect
Mm.
there. And because that cabal is very, very powerful, they wanted to shut off when Arnab started digging into that. There was a sting operation where one of the
Yes.
ministers said,
Yes.
Arnab ko roko, Arnab ko roko.
That was
Exactly.
So
my
this is what,
hunch
Yeah, we know
too.
those facts. Yes,
Absolutely.
maybe we know those facts, but it's now 15 months. How can we all ask for justice when this part, the second part of the whole SSR case, is not cracked by
It's incomplete,
YouTubers to
right?
keep?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to
yeah,
keep the evidence on the platter. So this part is missing because of the threat, because of all that. So we can't be
yes,
saying that we can't blame the agencies completely. There are so many
Yeah.
kinds of threats
Mm.
Yes.
happening, and
Exactly.
in a way,
no,
even
we cannot
yeah,
blame
in the
the
Spot on.
AJP,
agencies, but
yes,
see,
yes.
we need the family to stand up in the and ask for justice.
Yes.
The
Yes.
So,
family needs to
Mickey,
stand. We can all
Exactly.
Definitely.
stand
And
with
I
the
don't get it.
family.
Like,
Mickey,
I
yeah,
don't get
Mickey
it. Like,
saying,
what kind of threat
yeah,
is going on for a year? Like,
Maybe
you would be under
see,
threat
I was
for some months, not
If
it,
you
again and
it's
again.
recall,
yeah.
if you
yeah.
recall
KB,
Disha's
1 second.
mother.
Yeah, KB,
Yeah,
1
sorry,
second. Yeah, Mickey
Oh,
is
sorry.
saying,
sorry.
so true. Meena, why the sister didn't ask questions? If that were my brother, I would be questioning things.
Exactly
So
what I was going to
Definitely.
say. What are,
Absolutely.
Yes,
what are you afraid of?
Yes.
You lost
exactly.
your own
Back to you,
brother,
KB.
What is
you don't have,
stopping you?
what,
You know?
yeah, what
Yeah,
are
Ma-
you
yeah,
afraid of?
Meena
100%. I
ma'am,
agree
at
with
least
Mickey.
exactly.
Sorry.
Even if okay, we can understand if it is in the beginning last year, but now after 15 months,
Yes.
even if she is under threat or if she's like
Yeah.
not interested, if she's scared, she could have just
Yeah.
kept quiet. She shouldn't be
See,
tweeting
another
with
thing,
It's
Ankita
yeah,
been a whole
Lokhande,
year.
yeah,
and she
another
shouldn't
No
be
thing,
one.
coming
Arunya,
on Twitter
yeah,
space. She could have avoided that.
yeah, Arunya, another thing is, see, what I find strange is that Many of us, I'm not talking about only our channel, but many of us, are in the forefront of this SSR movement. Not once have they acknowledged us. Okay, not
Exactly.
once
Yeah.
have they
It's
followed us.
very
Acknowledge,
On
ma'am.
disheartening.
Twitter, most
Yes.
people
Very
follow me.
disheartening.
Yeah, I'm not followed by any of the sisters. Why? We are giving our life for SSR. We are fighting every day for him.
I mean,
Have
he
you even
was not
bothered
our
to say, at
family,
least
he
thank
was
you?
not
Yeah,
a friend,
yeah,
but
and we are
we
not
are
expecting
investing
it.
time into
We are not
him.
expecting a thank you. What
Yeah.
we are saying is that at least acknowledge our presence.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
are fighting
Yes.
tooth and nail. Don't think that
That's
we are
it.
also not having problems. We are having a million problems. But dear
Yes, no
sisters,
doubt.
you need to acknowledge the fact that we are with you.
Exactly.
And just
Yes.
give a few words of compassion that
And
we've
that
been
And
too
fighting
see
for
so
the
150
contrast,
months.
selflessly,
ma'am.
without
See
any
the
selfish
contrast
needs.
between Rabia ji and SSR sisters.
Yeah, yeah,
They're not even feeling any pinprick on them when these things are
Yes,
happening, every day. So I'm
yes,
not. I'm like, on a good note, they shouldn't even be finding fault if some of the
yeah.
YouTubers is so what if the sisters' family is questioned. Exactly, ma'am. In the West,
Yeah.
they
hmm
first question the family because
Family.
it's
yeah.
nothing wrong.
Yes,
It is legal.
Families are
exactly.
the
So
first
why
one,
there are
yes.
a lot of there were a lot of ignorant people who were saying, "Oh, how can family be questioned? This, that." But look what they're doing. On the contrary, they
See,
are going along with Ankita and wishing her for her birthday
yeah.
and coming on Twitter space with
Irritating.
Smita
Irritating the
Parakh and
normal
all.
SSRian. Yeah,
Yeah, I
No
mean
doubt.
this part is very annoying. So
yeah.
they are answerable. They can't show their attitude. So ungrateful. In fact, they are that
I think
Yeah.
what's
it's
going
very
on with you?
disrespectful
Here,
to us
see,
as well. Like we have
P is
invested
saying,
time into this.
yeah, P is saying, SSR sister Priyanka said in one of her interviews that they're quiet due to legal complications. Now, we are not asking you to get into anything legal. You don't need to compromise on anything. What we are saying
Yeah,
is just say a few nice words to the
yeah,
SSRians who are standing with you and who are, putting their job aside to
Ma'am,
fight
think
for
absolutely.
your
of
brother.
people like Deepthi ji, who's
Yes,
taking her
people are
life.
fighting. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
she's
So
at least, I mean,
that
in
would
Rabia
at
ma'am's
least give,
case, she's
it's
Just
like
like,
putting
acknowledge us. We
balm,
don't want
yeah,
like a
a
medal or
balm on a
something.
pain.
Just acknowledge that we are there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like
I
see,
also
when
feel it is. Yeah, I
yeah,
also feel something is very shady, something is very fishy. That 302 and 306, there's a massive difference. And till today, the lawyer blames the family blames the lawyer. I mean, whatever.
Mm.
So definitely, those are the things which an expert, a professional can bring out the facts. But we are all just a flock fighting for justice for the
see here,
kind of
Aranya,
injustice
very
has
correct.
happened. Yes.
See, what you're saying is very
Mhm.
correct. See, for example, when we raised the Sri Devi case, and which
Mhm.
Deepthi is fighting, both Deepthi and I got completely, sort of, we were trolled and we were okay. Now, and these are the very same lawyers who are coming in Republic Channel. Now, they say that, see, whatever Deepthi is saying is nonsense, her letters are nonsense. Okay, fine. I told her, okay, that's all nonsense. But why are you against us picking up the Sridevi case? No answer for that.
True.
They don't want the Sridevi case to come up at all. Why?
Um,
Okay, so these lawyers are a part of the cabal, and these are the
Exactly.
people who are invited to Republic to speak on behalf of SSR. What
And in
nonsense!
fact, she
ma'am,
has
may I?
time and again, many times she mentioned Deepti ji that who knows, maybe they are threatened, so they have given this job. I think she's
Yeah,
told those things also. From day
yeah,
one, some of us knew that she was very honest and sincere. Only the opponents who are SSR's opponents, some of the YouTubers started making fun, and there are some mad other YouTubers who want to, replicate those YouTubers without a rhyme or reason. They started mocking her. It was sad, very sad and disgusting too. Anyway, she's got the support of all of us. So what she speaks, ma'am, one thing I feel, even if SSR has not written, all those notes are so useful and authentic. It is only helping everything what Sushant wanted to clean up or all of us want. So why can't we support her? She's not
yes,
doing some
Absolutely.
harm. Yeah, she's only helping, right? So, and the people who are behind her, this is what some of the ex-raw people had said initially when SSR justice was asked. This is what he said. we all want to clean up. It's long time. We wanted to clean up Bollywood. We underworld. There's so many things there. So that's why. And the minute all these things are coming, we know that Mr. Power Saab has so much of power that he started the farmers agitation. He started everywhere his hand is there. Even the Taliban, Pak, Afghanistan, everything is because SSR and because of some of the politicians' son is going to be out. All these things we can clearly see it, ma'am. So hats off to a lady like Deepti and all who are so bravely, putting everything aside, family and all, and coming forward. And the others are only mocking. It shows the chauvinism which is happening on YouTube.
Yeah. Yes, KB?
Yeah, ma'am, may I? Yeah, ma'am, I wanted to say two things. One thing was regarding what Arinya said about why they are not speaking. If anybody if my brother has been killed in that fashion and anybody speaks up for him, I would definitely, I will not take it into legal angle because of the case is suo moto.
Yeah.
But the case is in progress, so it's sub judice. So, but at least I can appreciate and acknowledge that thank you, you are fighting for my brother's justice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
That much you can
absolutely.
say. Yeah, that is one. Second thing is, I don't know how many of you recall when Disha got killed, there was an interview on Z News or Z TV where the lady was literally trembling. You could make out as if somebody is sitting on the other side of the room and is monitoring what she's talking.
Which
So,
was that? Interview with
with Disha's mother.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, on Z News, right? Yeah.
It was on Z News or ZTV. I
Yeah.
remember Z
It
News.
was on Z News.
And
Yeah. I saw it
if you
too.
go back and watch that interview once again, it's about 25 minutes or 22 minutes thing, and she's talking whatever, that we don't have any suspicion on anybody. It was I don't think it was a murder. All the things that she was telling, she was being made to tell. It seemed very obvious that somebody was sitting in the room and she had been told that abhi interview hoga, aisa aisa bolna hai, aisa aisa nahi bolna hai. So she was saying,
In fact, at one
towing the
point in
line.
time, yeah.
Yes, Monica,
Yeah,
tell me.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, in fact, at one point in time, it seemed like her body was, like she was shivering, like you could make out from her body. She was
Yes.
just like shaking so bad, and I was like, I'm
Yes.
very sure there's someone on the other end of the seat who's watching her and going like, you better say this, you better say that.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you could make out, man. I mean, that was a
She was
giveaway.
coached. She was coached
Yeah,
that ye bolna hai,
absolutely.
ye nahi bolna hai. Otherwise, she has another child. They would.
KB,
Yeah.
remember, see, when we talk about the family, that is the sisters, people tell us to shut up. Okay. When we talk about the Shahnaz, in the Siddharth case, we are told to shut up. Okay. When we say that Siddharth was a murder, they tell us to shut up. Okay. Now, who are they to tell us to shut up?
Yeah.
We will ask
No,
what we
ma'am.
want.
Ma'am, so I wanted to complete this topic.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
topic,
please,
ma'am, I want to complete this topic.
continue.
So this, because Monica wanted to put her view, I listened.
Yeah,
So my thing is that just like what happened with Disha's mother, it was obvious. I have a feeling the same thing has happened with the sisters, because there is a sister living in Bombay, and we know what Waze and team has done. Maybe Waze is behind bars, Paramveer has run, but there is that cabal, that group is still there. We have that Abhishek Trimukhe, and we have the other people who are still there. That gang is still there. Two people got moved, Kazi and Waze got caught. Paramveer ran away, but there were 8 or 10 of them. So what
You
about
mean
the
to
rest
say,
of them?
AB, you mean to say
Yes.
Gia's mother is not scared of them, or
See,
Jani's
madam,
mother?
ma'am, I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll tell you about Gia's mother. Do you recall on the first day what Gia's mom said, that that Turkey Buddha told her, "Chup ho ja, nahi to tere ko bhi leta denge."
But she continued to speak.
Yes, because she
Exactly.
had the courage. But they told her, they threatened her. And
Sorry
the
to
plus
interrupt,
point is,
KB.
That's
KB,
fine.
give me
Arinya,
one
1 minute.
point.
Arinya, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Yes,
I
go ahead,
wanted to
go
talk
ahead.
about Gia's mother. Gia's mother, she could stand up and pursue the case because she doesn't live in India. If she was living in
What
India,
about
when they would have done what
Nidhi
to her?
Kumar
All
God
is
right.
in
knows.
Mumbai. Nidhi is
Okay,
in
okay,
Mumbai.
ma'am. KB,
Yeah,
I'll
tell
tell
me.
one point here. Fine, fine. Whatever you said, I agree about the threat and all that. But the least they could have done is at least not, talk about Ankita and tweet about her, wish her on
Yeah,
birthday, and over here.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
coming to that also, the cabal is powerful. They may have told Ankita, you better pose with Sandeep and show the world that you all are friends. You better do this. You never know because they are scared for their life. नहीं करोगी तो तुमको देख लेंगे. So I think they are in a helpless situation. There is somebody who is arm twisting. In what way exactly, I don't know, but they have a hold on them and they are making them dance to the tune. This is my gut feeling. I don't know what is the hold they have, but they have.
KB, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, considering that is your logic, okay. What is the harm? Okay. Like daily we are tweeting about different issues. Okay. What is the harm in talking about generalized things to
Yes.
SSRians every
Yes.
day?
Yes.
You're not in trouble because of that. You're not in jail because of that. You're not killed
Yes.
because of that. Okay. Now, for
Very
example,
true.
KB, you are telling me something very good. Okay, to keep you motivated, I need to also tell you, KB, your work is really good. Okay. If I'm going to demotivate you by
she
saying
should
that,
say.
see, your enemy is my best friend,
Yes.
that doesn't work.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
Ma'am,
so
so
then that
there
makes
is
me
not,
think, ma'am,
yeah.
that makes me think, do they have a hold on that, the sisters, some secrets, and they're
Whatever. Even if there is
blackmailing them?
hold, even if there is hold, okay, still I can say thank you, to Anandi. Oh, you said something so good about SSR.
Yes.
Or thank you, Monica. You said something good about
Yes.
SSR. You know how
Exactly.
close we were to his brother. It makes us feel so good. Now, there's
Yeah,
Yes.
nothing wrong about
absolutely.
saying that,
Yes.
KB. You see,
Yes.
that's what
That is,
angers
yes.
SSRians. Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
they
Now,
should.
we
yeah,
can't
just to
expect
add
it
on to
from the
what Meena
father.
once said.
Oh, yes, Anandi.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Just wanted
Yes.
to
Yes.
say that when you're saying that the case is still under investigation, if we go by that logic, then you will not take sides on towards anyone. Either you acknowledge everybody's fight,
Presence.
or you don't say anything. But when you choose to show your allegiance to one and keep quiet and ignore the other, it's rather obvious on which side you are, right?
Yeah.
So that itself, I think people as general public should be able to acknowledge and
Yes.
see and even raise questions. I would.
Yeah,
Yes. For
but
example,
Anandi, isn't it a question mark? If my family member is killed, will I cohort with the enemy? I will not. So
no, does she
why?
know?
Why are they
Does
doing
she know
it?
she's the enemy?
Mhm.
I mean, it's public knowledge. We all know who's crocodile and
No,
who's
but from their
what
tweets, it doesn't seem
snake.
so.
Yeah. So they should also be knowing, and still they are not talking against them and rather posing with them. Makes me wonder: would you do it? No. Then why they are doing it? What is compelling them to come and do these things? Is there some compulsion?
KB,
Are they being
KB,
bullied? Are they being blackmailed?
KB,
That's
KB.
my question.
See, I'll tell you something that really upset me. Just like Arinya is also speaking, the same thing I'll tell you. See, in the bedroom scene where Sushant's body was lying, and the policeman was there was also Meetu Singh there, and the policeman was saying, "Let this information not go outside."
Yes, yes, I've
Okay.
seen that
Now, if
video.
I'm the sister, I would pull him up and ask him, "What information are you talking about? What is this that
Exactly.
you're trying to hide from us? We are the family."
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So she didn't do
yes,
that. In fact, she was just acting and pretending as though, she was watching things in an objective way. Okay.
yes.
Second
But
thing
she
is,
was also
when
the
she was
way
standing
that guy
down,
was holding her
one second,
shoulder.
KB, one second. When she
Yeah.
was standing down with Sandeep Singh,
Mhm.
there was her body language did not betray show the fact that she was mourning. Okay, these are
Yes,
some things as a journalist I have noticed. Okay, but still
Mhm.
we give
yes,
them the thing that they are sisters. There's people
The
react
benefit
to
of the doubt.
different things
Yeah.
in different ways. I would say that.
Yeah.
yes,
But
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
the scene in the room was certainly disturbing me, because if it
Mhm.
was my brother who was lying there, the first thing I would do is pull that policeman up, take him to his commissioner, and say that he said this. In fact, I would tape it and I would say, "This is what he said. What does he mean by this?" So, was there
correct.
something hanky panky that happened to my brother?
Yes,
So here, this is one thing. Okay, second thing is, Monica, and all of you is a sister in America.
Mhm.
She's
yes,
busy posing and pushing photographs and all that, showing that
Yeah.
everything is hunky dory.
Shweta. Yeah.
Yeah, things
Yes.
are not hunky dory. Dear, we are fighting. Shweta, we are fighting.
yes,
Every day, when we see these
It's disheartening, ma'am.
bodies, or we see all this, we get upset.
Mm. Yeah.
And we don't need to have a blood connection for us to be upset. Okay, but at
Exactly.
least as a sister, respect our feelings. Tell us a
yes,
few good
true.
words and tell us that, see, friends, you're standing with us. We're all with you. That doesn't need
True.
dadagiri behind you. No dadagiri is going to prevent you from saying that. KB.
Yes, they should be more vocal. Even
Yes.
on the day that he died, he did not die in his room. They said it was a servant's room or a guest room.
Yes.
The sister must be knowing about it, which is actually her brother's room because she
Yeah.
was staying
And
with him for
another thing is,
1 week.
Yeah, KB, another thing is he put his hand around her shoulder. Mitu's.
Yes,
Okay. Would you allow any stranger to put a hand over your shoulder?
yes. That's what I said last
I
time.
would give him a
Yeah.
slap. Okay. That would be the
Yeah.
first instinct.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah,
You are
you
no
wouldn't
one
dare allow a
connected to
stranger
my
to touch
brother.
Yeah.
you.
Okay. And
Even
who
if
are
you're
you trying
mourning,
to
you
control
wouldn't.
this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be the first thing. Now, I don't know
Yeah.
about Mumbai police. She wouldn't have known about it. So she should have gone straight away to the superior and said, this man is trying to manipulate me. Why?
Yes.
Okay. Now, here there are a lot of questions, KB, because we are not asking doesn't mean
Yes,
we
she
don't
was
know.
not vocal. She
Yeah.
was not
We are aware
vocal.
of a lot of
She was
things.
not showing. She was in
Yeah.
mourning.
Yeah.
The behavior was totally different.
Totally different.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes.
whatever was happening in that scene where she's being taken to the mortuary, any idiot would understand that she's being manipulated. You see, that all the people standing behind her were not policemen. They were
The
police people
question
in
is,
uniform.
was any family member being held hostage behind or
Yes.
what?
So
And one
here
more
again, back
disturbing
to the
thing is,
point.
even I think in one of the other YouTube channels that I was hearing, that many of these YouTubers have done their own extensive research and
Yes,
tried
yes,
to contact the lawyer to just say,
yes,
this is what we have collected. Either you
yes,
use it or throw it.
yeah,
He blatantly just cut the phone and said, we are not interested.
yeah.
True,
It does
true.
not matter. It does not
Yeah.
matter. It's completely crap. Maybe it is something that is
Any information is important.
Exactly. When you do not know what has happened, when
You
we don't.
can't discount anything. Yeah.
And do
So
you mean to say that Deepthi is reading all these diary portions because she's mad and
that's
she
how
decided to
everybody
write a
who
story
doesn't
about
believe
it?
in believe think
According
so,
to
right?
all these YouTubers, she's concocting stories. Doesn't she have a life?
Yeah. It's like they
And
make
can't
her
you
look like,
understand Sushant's
yeah,
character from the diary? You can.
exactly.
So it's all bullshit.
I mean, like, I would like to add one point is that these so-called YouTubers, like, they enforce their views upon the viewers. Like, we here, we encourage viewers to think on their own.
Yeah,
Like, we don't enforce our views on the
Yeah.
yeah,
contents,
absolutely.
right?
Yes,
Because
that's the way to
you're here
brainstorm.
in
We're
your own
Yeah,
sphere.
all
Yeah,
yeah,
adults, Yeah. We don't have to be
exactly.
told what to
yeah,
think and what
exactly.
to feel,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just
And
posted a
everybody
comment
has their
also
own
saying that
opinion.
this is like a news hour debate where only we are not invited by nobody, but
Yeah.
come and
Yeah.
share our experience.
You know,
So
you'll be surprised, all you
Yeah.
ladies and Jaydev, you'll be surprised that this person who insulted Deepthi and also had this panelist speak something about against me as well. This guy keeps coming back on my DM and says, "Hello, can you join?" or something like that. I'm shocked. I mean, who
How
are
silly.
you?
He's your secret
You go
fan, I
around
think.
talking about us openly, and then you say that you want me
A
back. If you
confused
think that,
fan.
yeah, if you think I'm not a sane voice, why do you want me back in the channel?
Exactly.
You know,
So he
for
identifies
TRP you
himself.
need me. For TRP you need me. Otherwise you don't need
Yes.
me. That's
Yes.
not
And some
fair.
of them, when she's reading, also like they come there and they're like, "Oh, she's lying." She's if you don't believe in it, if you think
Exactly.
Why
that
are you
she's a
following it?
liar,
Yeah.
please leave. Right?
And why are you
What are you
following it?
doing there?
I mean, at least we are not mainstream media where you have no choice but to just listen to
Yeah,
what's not
you
that
can
says
leave.
also.
And
That's
Yeah.
the
also the
door. You leave.
interesting thing is that whenever she reads a chapter, I find many of the parts leaking onto their channel.
Yes.
Yes.
You
Yes,
know,
Yes.
ma'am. That's what I
Yes.
and
was
they
going
start
to
talking
say.
about that. How nice,
If
history and
Deepthi is
education
coming on
from
your
Deepthi.
channel,
Yeah,
Deepthi is coming on Candid Meena,
yeah,
but those YouTubers start dancing.
yeah.
I mean,
And
it
they start
sets a
their own
trigger
game.
off in them.
Yeah,
It's very funny.
absolutely.
That's
I
why I
mean,
say
if
they're
you
confused
don't believe
fans.
her, you just leave her. Why are you
Yeah,
bothering about
Yeah.
her? They keep
Exactly.
tabs on
And
her.
if I
They
don't
keep
believe
tabs
in
on
it,
when
I
she's
don't.
coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are they keeping tabs on where she's going and what she's talking? And then they will twist and turn that, and they will put masala in that and lassi in that, and what rubbish. You keep to yourself. Go to some other topics. Why do you have to talk about Dipti?
yeah.
Only because
And
it's
why
possible
no
in this
one wants to
life.
talk about Sridevi case? Why they, no
Exactly.
questions. Yeah,
Yeah.
Deepthi is the one
Exactly.
who bought the Sridevi case. Like,
They don't want
there are,
people to start
yeah,
thinking,
Yeah.
because when you look at it from different
Yes.
angles, then
yeah,
somebody will come out with a new viewpoint.
No,
Five
here I'll
people
tell you. In
brainstorm.
fact, Jaydev, when you said that, let me tell. I need to,
yeah,
without naming the person. There was one, a BJP spokesperson who started, getting upset because his protege was that lawyer, that little lawyer, and he said he started tweeting that, see, look at Meena, she's a journalist. Now look at what sort of a journalist she is, and he starts talking about all that. Now I haven't thrown my credentials at anybody. Okay, I've never spoken about my degrees. I've never spoken about my specialization. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. But the way I talk and the way I explain things, perhaps some of you believe it and you're following me on my channel. So,
but who is he to question you?
Yeah, whether he screams, wolf, wolf, or whatever, it really doesn't matter. But I know this person very well, KB. He's he was, since I was following Modi ji, I know this person very well. And he knows my character very well. Just to protect certain people and to cover up the Sri Devi case, they kept on doing this. So you hide Sri Devi case, you hide SSR case, you hide Jia case, you hide Janvi case, Disha case. It's just piling on. Now it's become a pyramid.
Exactly.
So that person is tilted. The balance is tilted in the other direction, madam. This is all I can say. The person who has tried to pass such comments, who you talked about, I'm sure the balance is tilted in the other direction.
He's a regular on Republic. Regular on Republic.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but there are many views.
And then KB, he was warned, apparently by the party, not to attack me. Because I'm not the one to sit quiet. I know how to give back in the same coin. So after that, he stopped.
But you're not answerable to them, whoever they may be.
Exactly.
I don't belong to any party. I don't support anybody. I have admiration for the Prime Minister, which will continue because of the work he's doing.
Yes, that in fact, ma'am, I would like to conclude by saying this, that the PM has talked about the Swasth Bharat and Nasha Mukt Bharat.
Yes.
And what NCB is doing is leading us in that direction of Nasha Mukt Bharat.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this is one plus point.
Yeah.
Let us think in the positive way.
Gift, I guess, from NCB.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Thank you, Aranya.
Which one?
This is probably an early Diwali gift from NCB, I said.
Yes. It's a step in the positive direction. Yeah. And they have said this is the tip of the iceberg. They are digging further. The information that they gathered in the 15 hours, they have done certain raids on Sunday also while he was in custody. Yeah. And today also some raids are conducted. And I don't know how many of you are aware, they went back to the ship and did a second raid on that ship. Yes, after getting the information about where what is headed. Yeah,
I think
so
the
this
last
is very heartening.
Is on the cruise, they will still continue to party because that's how they are. So
you know what happened? Earlier they used to party in farm clubs and farmlands. Yes. Now they've moved into water.
Farmhouses.
Next they'll be in Pakistan somewhere.
Yeah, but ma'am, one thing you have noticed.
Imran Khan's Prime Minister's building because that's going out for rent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
that would be the
one thing I have noticed, ma'am, everything happens on a Saturday evening.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
If you notice, there's a pattern there.
Yeah.
There's a pattern. True. Even Sushant was attacked. It was a Saturday. Even this thing party happened Saturday. Even Arnab's thing happened. It was a Saturday. Try to link up.
Okay.
It's always on a Saturday. Their brain starts working in a different direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, friends.
So
and Monica, KB, and Anandi, and also Arinya, who's not here now, and Jaydev for this lovely session. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, Deepthi is joining us with another session. So please join us at 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Good night to all the viewers and good night to all of you. Bye-bye.